Gay programming.
Welcome. This is another episode of Gay Program, the greatest nuclear mysticism podcast on the internet. And as always, you're joined by Marcie, and I have my co-host, Laughing Little Merlin.
Hi.
How you doing? Yeah, no, I mean, how could anyone be really anything other than horrified after the tragic news that we all face currently, as the chess competition in recent years has been stricken with fraud yet again, and this time it came in the form of anal beads. I read about this guy who basically was beating world masters at chess, because with chess it's like, you know, it's like an anime or something where you have to like fight to get higher up to the ranking so you can eventually become the grand wizard or whatever of chess and stuff like that. And then like everybody loves you, like all the 6-year-old viewers of that love you. But this guy, this piece of shit, I don't even know. He's probably Russian because he's a little sketchy guy. And he basically
not good.
No, it's true. He's probably sketchy. No one but the Russians would come up with such an ingenious tactic to defame the chess association or whatever. But yeah. So, anyways, he goes up. He beats world masters, and how is he beating them? Well, he's got a fucking anal bead Bluetooth sex toy thing in his asshole that's connected to a computer program that's like essentially predicting what his next move should be, and is communicating to him through his ass by sending small little buzzes throughout it so he can win the chess games. And he did it for a while, and now the chess committee believes they have figured out how they've cheated, and they've accused him of this. Which, you know, it's got to be true at that point, because that's fucking crazy to accuse someone over.
Well, that's my question. How do they know?
I guess they just like were, you know, maybe.
What were they doing in this guy's butt?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they went to his like apartment. They went, hello, is anyone here? And they broke into the place, and they're like, oh, Deutsch, it is anal beads. These are This is a giant computer program over here that runs chess things. We have caught the criminal, and they're suing him now, I guess. I don't know what happens in, like, chess if you cheat or anything like that. You know?
My other question is, are anal beads now banned from all future chess escapades?
Well, you know, that's going to be real scary for many people who may rely on anal beads to, you know, keep focus during the competition. I mean, we all know some of the greatest competitors in sports history used anal beads. I mean, LeBron James, Magic Johnson. I mean,
are we gonna have like a chess TSA who's like checking people for?
Bobby Fischer had anal beads up his butt to protect him from communist influence every single time. That's how he did. And, you know, you're expecting the people, because of one fucking shithead Russian, which, again, I'm assuming that. I don't know he's Russian.
You should really stop assuming
I will do whatever the fuck I want. But anyways, yeah, whatever this guy is, this freak, this monster, you know, is jeopardizing a lot of people's safety barriers and their potential to succeed in the sport that they have chosen. You know, it's really chess, because who gives a fuck? Who watches that? Like 6 people and a goat?
Yeah, but they're real mad.
I'm sure. They're very influential. That goat is pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, like, as soon as I read that was, like, my favorite story of the whole year.
Well, it's got everything you want in a story.
I cannot wait for the Hulu original biopic about it. Who do you think they're gonna get?
Evan Peters.
Oh yeah, Evan Peters would be great. He would be so awesome. Like everybody would thirst post the scene of him like shoving up the anal beads up his ass, and he's like practicing.
They get the same person who voiced Karen from SpongeBob to be the computer.
Yeah, oh, that would be really good. Tom Kenny's wife.
That's really his wife?
Yeah, that's his wife.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
cool.
It's very cute.
Yeah,
That's very cute. But yeah, no, you should get whatever her name is, Karen.
Yes.
My computer wife. That would be good.
Well, now it's Evan Peters' computer wife, really.
I just wonder, like, cause man, his ass must have just been, well, unless it was just not a really big set of anal beads, cause I'm imagining like big boys.
I'm not.
I'm
You
imagining,
gotta be subtle and stealthy.
that is true, but I'm just like imagining he's just like you're looking at him, you're competing in.
He's like walking funny.
You're like, yeah, he's walking in kind of funny, and every time, like, you know, every so often he'll be like at the buzzer and he'll be like, you know, he'll just like flinch a little bit, and you'll just be like, what the fuck is this? And you don't want to be like assuming, because like, what if this guy has disabilities or something? And you're like, okay, whatever. But he's just like, he's literally getting radio transmissions from his ass.
Yeah.
It's like a South Park episode, honestly. That's literally a South Park episode. I think the first one.
Yeah, I think I like picturing him just like sitting really weirdly, and he's like constantly adjusting, trying to be comfortable in his seat. But
what if it fell out?
Then that would be pretty bad.
Because he's got to clench that shit.
Yeah.
Like, when he's walking, he's got to be, like, very careful, very, very solemn steps.
Yeah.
Walking up to that chair before he can, like, adjust himself to, like, sustain. I know. It's a very hard process keeping a butt plug or any sex toy in your ass from prolonged walking, you know?
Yeah.
And also because the nerves of everybody watching you.
Well, that's probably helping him, though, because he's so nervous that he's, like, really clenching his butt.
I think this guy is so cool. I fucking love him. He's like a criminal. He's like a true master villain. This is like, oh man, it's so awesome.
Talk about a queer-coded villain.
Yeah, again, I'm very excited to see Evan Peters finally get away from the Dahmer role and embrace a new role of the Russian guy who shoves.
He's just playing Dahmer again, but it's just as this guy, but he's doing like the same thing.
Oh, like the same Wisconsin accent. Yeah. It's like, hey there, I got this thing up my ass that tells me how to beat chess. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
That sounds awful. I'm not as into that as I want.
I'm all for it.
You're just gonna stare at me.
Well, you looked like you were gonna say something, but I was gonna ask, how are you? How was your day?
How was my day?
A little.
I watched. How was my day? I watched the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. You know, when Tim Allen murders Santa Claus and becomes Santa Claus because that's. You've never seen the Santa Claus?
No.
Oh man, that's a good movie. We gotta watch that. But it's really fucked up. It's literally Tim Allen.
I think I might have seen the cover.
Oh yeah, of course. It's you know, Tim Allen.
Is that the
He's the guy who does.
That was not what I.
He's the guy who makes noises and everybody loved for a while.
He's not the guy who had like he did like home renovation.
Yeah. He's Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this one, it's one of his many movie roles, and he plays a toy maker who accidentally murders Santa Claus because Santa Claus was probably drunk or something, and he slipped off the roof and fell and died.
Well, then you didn't kill him.
Well, yeah, but he called out to him. He called out to him, and everybody, like, literally, even all of his elves, when he finally becomes Santa Claus, they're like, "Yo, you killed him, but we're cool with that." It was going to happen eventually. We've gone through like 30 of these guys.
Oh.
This guy took the job like 2 weeks ago.
And he was just not that great at it, huh?
Oh, yeah, no, clearly not. He fucking fell off the roof and died. But, yeah, Tim Allen's not really a great Santa Claus either because he, like, yells at children, and he really hates children. He's, like, nasty to them. But the thing that's also really funny is that this is the movie that, like, took place during that time in, like, Hollywood history where everybody was, like, you know, probably every scriptwriter and every director must have gone through divorce court. So they're like, yo, we got to make a movie where it's a sympathetic, adult, kind of creative dad who loves his son, and his bitch wife is married off to some dickhead psychiatrist or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is my little grungy piece on how to deal with that is through like a Tim Allen comedy for families. that's sponsored by Disney.
Yeah, I love in media whenever somebody has like whenever there's a character who's just like an asshole psychiatrist or therapist and they like read people who don't want to be read or whatever. Like they'll just be in conversation and they'll be like, "Oh, it's because your mother never loved you." When every single therapist or psychiatrist I've met in real life has been like, "Don't talk to me about your feelings." As a friend, I charge $50 an hour for that.
Tim Allen kidnaps his kid at the end. I'm sorry, but that is how the movie
I think I have
ends.
seen that.
Yeah, it literally ends with they finally accept, the family finally accepts Tim Allen is Santa Claus. They finally accept it. They realize that he really is Santa Claus. And then they're like, okay, I guess we can burn the document of my custody, of us suing for custody, because now you're Santa Claus, and it all makes sense.
That does not make sense.
Yeah, well, I'm going to burn that, because now I forgive you, and you're Santa Claus. And I kind of wish I left my cuck fucking dumb-ass psychiatrist husband and got with a real man, Santa Claus. But that's for the second movie, where he meets Mrs. Claus.
Would you date Santa Claus?
Yeah, I would totally date Tim Allen.
No, not Tim Allen. Santa Claus.
No, Tim Allen as Santa Claus. Like that, it's got to be that Santa Claus.
That one? Okay.
Yeah, because he's kind of, honestly, as much as I fucking hate Tim Allen, he's like a fucking piece of shit. Literally ratted. Oh yeah, he ratted on his fucking friends when he got arrested for drug smuggling in a Florida airport. And he fucking ratted on his fucking friends. But regardless, that's another part. But Tim Allen as Santa Claus is really cute and awesome. And that character, I think his name is like Sam Kringle or something. He's got like the same anagram as Santa Claus, but it's something else. Or Scott. I don't know, whatever. But he's Santa Claus. He's Kris Kringle. And that specific Santa Claus is kind of sexy in a like bear kind of way. And he's also like super awesome.
Okay.
That's like, as much as I hate Tim Allen, he's perfect as Santa Claus.
Very, very interesting knowledge to have about you.
Yeah, well, hey, that's, and also too, like, who wouldn't want to live up in the North Pole? Even though it's kind of weird, because like, there's all these like kids who are adults, quote unquote, because they're elves, but they're like 1,000 years old, but they look like they're 14 or like 12 or 8 or whatever. Yeah. And there's literally a joke where fucking Tim Allen is like, "Oh, you look young for your age." And she's like, "Oh, thanks, but I'm seeing someone in packing," or something like along those lines, like I'm dating someone else. And I'm like, that's weird. Oh God, I know. Oh God, you made a kid say that. Oh God, that's so weird.
It is weird.
You would never do that in fucking modern Hollywood. That would send up too many red flags. They'd be like, fucking arrest this guy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wrote this? Let's get him in jail.
Yeah.
I don't get that when people say they have a bad hair day.
Some days it's just off,
No, just like embrace your mop. Don't comb your hair. Don't wash it. Don't do anything. Just let it grow into a big bushy moss on top of your head and let birds sit in there. Feed them or something like that. Give them a worm. Tell them to sing songs. Teach them a few songs to sing. These are things that you should aspire to, not worrying about if your hair is going to be all right or whatever. Which is fine. It looks great. It looks great, babe.
Thank you. No comment on my ear holes.
It's what my opinions. You're destroying your precious God-given face, and you're destroying your mother's heart, and I wish you would understand that. But all I'm saying is you're probably not going to get buried in the synagogue cemetery at this rate. But I do think it looks nice. It looks fine. It looks good as a harlot.
Well, okay. I actually have a lot to say about it because. It's been going great, but I'm looking, because right now I'm at a size 6. The next size up is a size 4.
Yeah, because piercers are weird like that. They just decide to make the numbers reverse, because they didn't feel like their job was important enough.
The 4s look really big, and I'm nervous for like a month from now when it's time to stretch my ears from a 6 to a 4. Because it looks really big and it looks like it's gonna hurt. And then everyone's gonna make fun of me because there's people out there with like inch wide holes who are like, dude, 4 is so fucking small. But
what is with gauges? Like, what does it make people think is cool about them? Because I've never got them.
I just think they look cool.
Like, but why?
I don't know.
Like, no insult to you. I mean, yeah, they are cool to you, I guess. But, I just don't get it.
I was like that for a really long time. I would have rather had multiple earlobe piercings rather than one big one. Which is why I do have multiple holes in my earlobes. But then I decided I wanted big ones. I think they look cool. And I think it's kind of the same shit as like, I don't know. This isn't like a conscious reason, I think, but I think one reason why they might be popular for some people is because it fucking hurts. So it's like that, yeah, I can handle pain. Ahaha.
By doing some, like, stretching your ears out like a cartoon character?
It hurts.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it does. It looks like it fucking does. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying, like, well, okay. if I put like a nail gun to my head and put it right up to my forehead and like just stapled it and was like, yo, that was really painful. Look at this. They would be like, why? You just hurt yourself. You just
because it looks cool. But also, safety warning: stretching your ears safely should not actually hurt that bad, quote unquote. Whoever's to define how bad that bad is.
What the fuck are you talking about? Of course it hurts. Look at it.
No, I mean, it shouldn't be, like, overwhelmingly painful. And if it is, you're probably doing something wrong.
Well, first off, don't do it yourself. Unless you get it, I guess. I don't know. Don't start... I don't know.
Don't pierce your own ears.
Don't pierce your own ears. Don't do that. Yeah. That's kind of gay. Don't be at a party with some guy who is aspiring to be a piercer and say, like, yo, man... I swear to God, I've been doing enough in the shop. I get it now. I've been sweeping enough. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So let me do it on you.
Yeah.
And then you
look up someone in your area from the Association of Professional Piercers and go to them.
Yeah, go to the union. Go talk to those guys. Those guys up in the union, the piercing union. Do you think there's ever going to be a president with gauges?
Dude, I hope so.
I don't think there's ever going to be. I just think that's like too much. I don't think any American public would ever be down with it.
Question is, does it have to be a U.S. president?
Fucking course, that's what we're talking about. I don't know the rest of the world.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, like, I feel
like... what? You think, like, oh, well, in the UK, damn right, fucking Prime Minister shreds out on a fucking, like, sick cord. Got gauges for days.
I don't know, I just feel
like... He's got Margaret Thatcher tattooed on his face.
I just feel like there might be a higher likelihood for, if we're talking, like, world leaders in general, all across the world.
Germany would do it.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah, dude, Germany's freaky. They don't give a fuck. As long as you're not a Nazi. They learned their lesson the first time.
Alright, so you've joked at the expense of Russia, England, and Germany. Let's just call this episode, like, how many ethnicities can you piss off?
Oh, they're all white. I don't give a shit. They can go cry to their fucking mama. You said something bad. I don't care. Get out of here.
Why? I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Why are you so mean?
Why am I so mean?
Yeah.
Because it's...
You're, like, so mean.
It's funny, And I you gotta entertain yourself, and I am not a fine physical specimen. I'm not someone you can beat up anybody, because I have no fighting skills whatsoever.
You're a fine specimen.
No, not a fighting one. And the only thing I have is to talk shit. And
I don't know, I wouldn't want to fight you.
Well, yeah, because you're puny. You're tiny little thing. I would smash you. I would break you.
Well, I feel like that's
pieces.
the fear of someone who's like the average height as well. Is they're gonna be like, oh shit, Marcie's gonna step on me because she's so tall.
Well, some people want that, and I won't deny them their right. Put your hand down, you perv. Put your hand down. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about you. We're trying to get the audience engaged. If they think they're available to get stepped on, then they're going to subscribe and follow and wait for their opportunity like a prey and wait. Stretching my vocabulary skills. I've been taking some writing classes.
You're like that woman from Wife Swap who was like, no big words.
What?
You remember that woman?
No, I remember that woman, but I'm totally not that woman. Because she was literally like entranced. That's a large word.
That's true.
Get out of here, man. That woman was so fucking stupid.
That was so funny.
That woman was like,
Yeah, let's. What are some of your like favorite?
I'm not talking about wife swap on my goddamn podcast. Fuck you if you think I'm doing this anymore.
I was asking.
You're fired.
I was asking your favorite reality TV show.
My favorite reality TV show?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Or at least like, I don't know, some in the
Well,
top
it's got to
five.
be. I mean, it's got to be like, you know, the Bar Rescue's really great.
You do like that one.
I watched every single episode of Bar Rescue. Like, and probably repeat viewings because I fucking love John Tapper. That man is amazing.
He's
just such a presence on screen. And he just like, it's kind of like B tier Gordon Ramsay, but kind of like in the same way.
Yeah, but it's like funnier that way.
Well, yeah. I'm saying it's just like it's better to go see a Sylvester Stallone movie because he's a B piece of shit than, you know, Clint Eastwood, who's a star and a celebrity and brilliant. So yeah,
I don't know either of those.
Well,
people
the audience, the smart listeners, the smart
Yeah.
watchers will get it, and
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Ha, that's funny. That's a really good job, Marcie. Good job. That was a really well delivered media like analysis or whatever. Very good job." So what were we saying? But yeah, I fucking love Bar Rescue. And your favorite's fucking Wife Swap. You love Wife Swap. I just like it's literally my aphrodisiac with you or whatever, where it's just like
it makes you horny?
Some episodes, but
you need to circle back to that. We need to talk about that.
Nah, I wasn't. I used the wrong word. I was gonna say like paralysis. Was like I don't know, like
anti-horny.
No, it's your like little it's your little carrot when I don't want you to bother me. I put on I put it on that like I put on for like a dog. You know?
Gotcha.
Like to keep them company.
Like those baby sensory videos where it's like strawberries jumping up and down.
I mean, that's essentially what it is, but for adults. If we're being really honest, it is one of the, like, I've watched so many of those, and there's been some good episodes here and there, but it is one of the most repetitive shows of all time, and that's saying something comparative to every other thing. This is like beat for beat almost the same thing. Unless someone just fucking pulls out a gun or something. Unless like one of the fucking people just loses their fucking mind. It doesn't, like, it never changes. They're
I've
like
said
so
this
beat for beat.
before, and I'll say it again, where that is my critique of it, is that I would like to see it less calculated. And like, I would love to watch 30 minutes of a family who just gets along. But they don't.
There are episodes where that shit happens, though.
Hardly.
Like, hardly, because they're intentionally looking for the solar opposites.
They look for, like, someone who's conservative and traditional, and then they look for someone who's a hippie, and then they put them together.
Yeah, no, they look for a conservative hippie. That's the first amalgamation.
Sometimes they do, like, a
fitness
spoiled
nut
brat
versus normal American family with their diet. And the third selection is fuck if I know. Those are the really crazy episodes where they just literally found just the weirdest people imaginable on both sides.
Yeah.
Which happens like probably 6 times in the whole run of the show.
Yeah. Well, they also like to do a wife who's probably gaslit and just does everything for their family. Versus
that's every wife in America. Every listen, put it on a bumper sticker.
There's always one like episode where like the wife is just like it's like femdom shit practically, where they're just like, I don't get out of bed until my husband comes in and kisses my feet and brings me breakfast. And then
those ones are awesome.
And then the other family's always like, you're a monster.
You're a horrible woman.
Yeah. And then the husband's like, I'm fine with it.
Well, yeah, no, like, and I also love when the husband, like, whenever they're like, you take out the trash?
Yeah.
You wash the dishes? You kind of some sissy?
Yeah.
You some bitch? Like,
Also, I like how you said you wouldn't talk about wife swap, yet here we are.
well, you know, if
I
the...
got your ass.
Listen, the podcast game, the duo game. Listen, I would love nothing better if we just canceled you out. And it was just me talking into a microphone.
You would love that, because you love attention.
Yeah, I love attention. I would love the beats of time, but unfortunately, I can't afford this apartment alone. So I need you to be here, and since you're here, you might as well be on mic. Because
Because I'm so funny!
No, because as a producer, you need to understand to use every asset you have available. And
you think I'm an asset?
In the
love me.
current context, yes, you are definitely an asset. But once we move up, once we get some sucker, maybe, we get some money in, I'll put some resumes in, and we'll outsource you and get you out of this situation. And you will be no longer a part of it. So don't worry. This is all temporary. I do wish.
Because I'm so funny, and you love me.
I do love you.
Aww.
For now.
Aww.
Until I can get something better.
You love me. Yeah, you're waiting for the blonde bombshell.
No, I'm not waiting for the blonde bombshell.
Dan, have we ever talked about that?
Yeah. I think we probably have, but you can talk about it again. I don't give a fuck.
It's not that important that everyone know that my mother asked Marcie the first time she came to our house, are you waiting for a blonde bombshell and then you're gonna ditch the he-she because you're bisexual? It's not important. Everyone know that.
And, all you need to know, because we're going to continue, because you suggested that we have this as a topic before we started the podcast, is that, when your mom said that to me, I was like, well, yeah, of course, we're all waiting for the blonde bombshell, but they're not into me, because look at me. I do bowling. That's my sport. And it's ruined my body.
Are you good at bowling?
No. But it's destroyed my body nonetheless.
I don't think I've ever seen you bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably best you don't. But I like bowling. I love bowling.
I'm pretty bad at it.
Everyone's bad at bowling. If you're good at bowling, you kind of suck. Like, because, man, like, that's your thing. Like, at least the guy with the fucking chest, like, at the chest with the anal beads up his fucking ass, like, that's even better than just being a professional bowler and being just good at it. That's kind of the biggest fraud of life.
One time, my friend, who's left-handed, and we went bowling, and for both of our turns, we would both hold the bowling ball and then throw it, and we were getting like strike after strike because I kept veering to one side and she kept veering to the other side, so we canceled each other out and would hit right in the center, and people got really mad at us because they were like, stop doing that, you can't win that way, and we were like, I don't care, it's bowling.
Just if anybody has a problem with how you are doing bowling wrong, just do what everybody does with that response and start kicking and screaming, throwing the nachos all around and saying, I want to do it this way. I want the rails up because I'm a kid who sucks. And I'm mad that I'm losing. I fucking hate children. Fucking gross, disgusting, imbecilic fucking creatures.
We were gonna go bowling that one time, but they had like a 2-hour wait.
They did. Man, that's always like in Portland though, and like a lot of places, I feel like, especially now, I think after COVID, maybe there's a big bowling resurge because, there's a lot of fucking lame guys.
People are ready to touch balls.
Well, they're ready to touch balls, but they're also, lame guys who don't have any ideas of how they can possibly grope this girl they want to grope. So they bring them to the bowling alley, hoping to bowl their way into their pants. Which never happens, I'm sorry to say.
No, I don't think I would ever, want to fuck somebody after being like, damn, they're a really good bowler. Or a really bad bully. Either way, I don't think I would go to a bowling rink with somebody and be like, man, this person kind of sexy.
Yeah, we want to fuck. Because, yeah, no part of bowling really makes you look sexy.
No.
Because, like, even, like, going up to it and, like, you know, throwing the ball, like, your ass shows and stuff like that. Or, like, your jeans get, like, all bundled up and stuff. Like, it's really bad. And then you get, like, fucking nacho cheese on you or beer on you. Because you're drunk with the 30-pound ball, which is completely fine. And we're just cool with that.
No, but what is sexy is when you take 2 balls and you hold it up to your chest like you have really big boobs. Now that...
Yeah, one of them falls when you're drunkenly stumbling and it smashes your fucking foot. And now you're leaving the fucking place in an ambulance. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! It's so fucking fun to bowl. It's so fun.
Sounds like you have a personal grievance.
Nah, it's just like, you know, this constant shit I see all the time at, like, bars trying to survive, so they, like, always add some, like, gay-ass shit to it, other than, like, just drinking.
Yeah.
Sticking to the fundamentals, goddammit, of just offering a place to smoke cigarettes and drink beer. But then you see, like, places nowadays where they'll just be like, yo, we'll have axe throwing. Fuck no, I ain't going there. I'm sorry, I'm not drinking any beer where any motherfucker's throwing a goddamn axe. Or playing Dungeons and Dragons next to me. Get that shit out of here. I'm here to be sad and miserable and to breathe in a copious amount of cigarette smoke being built in a 2x3 area.
Man, I'm so scared to turn 21.
And get just alcoholism.
No, for 2 reasons. I'm scared for 2 reasons. That is not one of them. One of them is I know I'm going to be dragged to a bar on my 21st birthday.
And I will be the one doing it.
As is tradition, and you know how I am with, like, any kind of interaction where I'm like, I'm not going to get an A+ at being in a bar, because it's my first time, and I don't know what to do. And I'm going to look
Yeah, you
stupid.
just go up to the barkeep and they're like, what do you want?
Yeah.
They're like, it's like, you should have been thinking about this for 21 years.
Yeah, I had 21 years to figure it out. What was my second?
This is the second reason you want to be an A+ student at the bar. Don't worry, no one's an A+ student when you're at the bar.
And then my other fear is that I don't foresee myself enjoying it, so I'm scared that if I'm, like, trying to make new friends and they're like, oh, we should go get drinks sometime, I'm not going to have an excuse to go somewhere else. And I can't just...
Yeah, because you can't leave.
I can't just say, like, oh, I'd rather not go to a bar, I'd rather go to a park, and be honest with them. I can't do that.
So, you can?
No.
You're just a pussy who doesn't... You're a pussy who doesn't want to stand up for themselves, or you actually want to just go drink.
No.
Which I think secretly your Irish heart, your green leaf four cleaver heart, is
I'd rather
like,
not.
hey, the holla holla, take a Guinness, take a little shot of Guinness.
So gross.
Yeah, it's gonna be really gross. You need to understand that most alcohol is very gross.
Yeah, it is. And for what? It's not even...
To get drunk.
For why?
Because we're sad.
Doesn't make you not sad.
Well, yeah, but it makes you kind of feel good. A little bit. It's always like, it's a self, like, why does a smoker smoke? Because, like, why the fuck, I don't know. Because it felt really good the first time. I kept doing it ever since. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll have, just have, like, a drink. You don't even need to go to a bar. You just buy a beer.
Well, beer's gross.
Well, buy I don't know, like some vodka, mix it in some juice. I don't know. Figure it out. It's really easy.
No.
Or just don't drink. This is completely fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to. You can be a sober lame-o. You can have no friends. It's fine. It's okay. It's cool. I'll just be at the bar, hanging out with my pals.
Oh, that'll be the good part of it, though, because then you won't be able to, like, go out with your friends and leave me at home by myself. Now,
well, I love doing that.
Now I get to follow you.
No.
Legally.
I'll still lie. I'll be like, I'll, like, put your ID.
Sorry, this bar is 22 plus.
No, I'll hide your ID. I'll just put it on a really tall ledge that you can't reach. And, they're going to believe you. Look at you.
One day,
You're a baby, man.
One day I will get to a point where I visibly look over 21, and I'll be like 40 when that happens.
Yeah, you'll always look like the boss baby.
I do not look like the boss baby. There are no features that we have similar.
Other than looking like a baby?
He doesn't even look like a baby. He just looks like a weird little man.
I'm pointing at you right now. The audience can't see it, but I'm pointing at you right now.
No, I don't look like the boss baby.
It's fine. Boss baby look good. It's fine.
No, he does not.
He's a businessman.
I want to
charge.
strangle the boss baby.
I mean, I can't tell if that's bad or not because it is voiced by Alec Baldwin.
I don't know who that is.
Whatever. But he's a bad man. He's a bad man. That's all you need to know, I guess, child.
I just want to... I look at the boss baby, and I don't know if anyone else feels this, but is anyone else, like, filled with malice upon looking at the boss baby? Like, I look at the boss baby, and every ounce of, like, morality leaves my body, and I'm ready to commit a felony.
Well, I mean, that's just probably because you hate anyone who's in a suit.
No? Suits can be sexy.
Well, but you know the suit is the symbol of the capitalists. It is the eternal symbol. It is like their Mickey Mouse.
No, I just don't like the shape of him. I don't like his little face.
I don't like it how his head is like 20 feet tall, but
Yeah,
his like
I don't
body
like
is
that
like
either.
3 inches.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, and again, he's voiced by bad man Alec Baldwin. Yeah. So how did we get on the boss baby?
You were insulting me?
I was insulting you, but that was even before you mentioned the boss baby.
No, you said it because you said I looked like it.
No, that was after you started that. You started this aneurysm of this podcast.
No,
you started it. It wasn't me.
It was you.
Rewind. Who started it? It's you.
Yesterday.
Yeah, you'll always look like the boss baby. I'm the one editing, so I'll make it look like it was
You just have a clip of me just saying boss baby.
Yeah, I will do it. So help me God. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Gay Programming. Kind of a shorter one this time, but we will be back again next week with a new episode. Fully refreshed. Fucking my throat is scratching up. And there's no more drinking that. Fuck.
Wait, I have water right here.
No, I don't need that filthy juice. I don't need that clear, tainted awfulness. But anyways, yes, thank you for listening to another episode of Gay Programming. As always, down below you can find links to all of our stuff. Merlin and mine's account. You can also find our Instagram, where you can be notified on when new episodes are uploaded, along with some memes.
You can also find a link to my organization, accessiblewellness.pdx is the link. This December 3rd, we are doing a holiday card writing to incarcerated LGBTQ individuals. So Portland listeners, you should totally come to that. And I have a book. I think Marcie puts that down there.
Yeah.
And is that all of them?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, be sure to check us out next time. We will be back very soon, and we'll check back with you later. Bye-bye. See ya on the other side.
Mothman says fuck Ted Wheeler.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
I don't see any money that he gave us that would tell us that he sponsored that. So. Bye.